Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Grim 86 Freedom First Podcast, broadcasting deep behind enemy lines in liberal-ass California. I'm Chris.
Inconceivable! I'm Johnny Doe.
My name's Jamie. Thanks again for joining us, everybody. We really appreciate your continued support. What's going on, fella? You guys can tell I'm a little, I sound like I'm a little sick. I'm not contagious.
Yeah, we missed last week because we were all you, me, and Kenny were sick, right?
I feel like Jamie's really contagious of being so fucking sick.
Yeah.
Sixy?
Yeah. It's a little joke from Sideshow, the last Sideshow.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You wouldn't, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're not on it, we get it. You don't watch it.
Yeah. No, I don't think I'm contagious. I am a little under the weather, so I apologize. I sound like doo-doo. But
happens when you get pink eye.
Have you heard, bro?
You can't do stuff like that. I can't. I'll just start coughing.
Start hacking my mission.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Keep your eye out of the brown eye.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Okay, that's true.
I really don't appreciate it.
At least watch the brown eye.
Freedom, dude. I'm allowed to do whatever.
And maybe your eye after.
Yeah.
Hey,
Maybe.
so the campfires are out, right? The fires that are going on in California, and the skies are so freaking clear.
Yeah, and then the rain helped a little bit with that.
Yeah, the rain helped with that too. I'm glad they're finally out, but God, dude, this morning I woke up and I was hacking up just garbage out of my lungs. I think it just finally started to come up out of my, from breathing all that.
I
smoke.
think that's what got me sick. I think it was the smoke because we got that one day. We had the 2 days of rain.
Yeah.
The first day I woke up and I felt infinitely better. And then today it was dry for the most part, and then now it's raining right now. But I don't feel great today. It's just, I don't have a fever or anything.
Right.
It's really damp outside.
So what's crazy is I was talking to my wife, and we were talking about the all this everything that burned, and it wasn't just trees and shrubs that burned. It was houses and stuff like that.
People
and as
cars.
Yeah,
houses.
Cars, vehicles,
Everything.
I mean, all that stuff burns, and what happens is it releases all this heavy metal into the air. It's not just
a bunch of fucking slip knot in your fucking throat.
Yeah, so it's all a bunch of heavy metal in your lungs and stuff.
Pantera in my nostrils.
To me, I'm thinking in the very near future, we're going to have a
health crisis?
Yeah, health crisis. Yeah, something
kind of like 9/11 after Maybe.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, because
are you a seer, Chris?
It was thick in the air. It was thick in the air. How can that stuff not affect our health?
It was pretty bad. We had
dude, it was
we had
crazy.
people friends up in San Francisco making makeshift air purifiers. They get an AC filter, the big square HVAC filter,
right?
And they're duct taping them to the back of fucking box fans and shit.
Right? Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Which is, I guess that it's probably a fire hazard, but I mean, fuck, whatever. It's a makeshift air filter. It works.
Yeah, it worked. I mean, it got so bad that everybody around the area, all these hardware stores ran out of the M3 masks that they were recommending.
Yep.
We actually special ordered some through the internet because it really was so bad, and then it rained, and all that stuff it's not in the air anymore. But where does it all go when it gets knocked down?
Into
out of
the water table and the soil,
into our water table. So it seems like no matter what we do, we can't seem to get away from all the pollutants and toxins and heavy metals. Man, it just slip knots everywhere.
You can never get away from heavy metal.
Fucking metallic.
Yeah. Rock out with your
cock out,
heart out,
with your Glock out.
Did you get butt hurt?
Some butter? Yeah,
butt hurt.
I've given out butter before.
Butt hurt.
He's given out butt hurt before. Too.
Yeah,
I feel like there's social media stuff that we want to talk about right now.
All right.
Yeah, we got to do it. Let's do it.
We'll just get it out of the way.
We got the segue already.
So there, a while back, I shared a video.
Facebook.
Yeah, I shared a video on Facebook, and it was about Brett Kavanaugh, and it was about
what team does he play for?
He plays for
Sounds
the
like a quarterback.
yeah.
Of,
doesn't he?
the
Right?
New England Sphincters.
Yeah.
Plays for the red team.
And
I
Brett
think.
Kavanaugh coming to the field.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Anyway, I posted this video. I posted a very right-wing video, and then
And you are not right wing. By the way.
I'm not. I fucking sorry, but I feel like I fucking transcend all of that fucking right and left bullshit.
Fucking A.
And some of my liberal friends fucking really got on my ass about it, and they're implying that because I didn't stand up and react to some of the things that other people were saying on this thread on the video that I posted, that I was then taking some sort of a position, like it was my responsibility to say something to these people that were posting shit.
Censor
on
your
Facebook.
page, Jamie. Damn
Yeah,
it.
govern people. Just fucking govern, because I know better than anyone else, right?
Right.
Well,
So-
you know what you should do is give those people your password, and they can govern for you.
Right, yeah. Well, so here's where I'm upset. Is I had a longtime friend from high school is now no longer my friend on Facebook, blocked me, and probably doesn't have my number. I have no way to contact this guy now. Over a decade I've known him, and he chose to throw away our friendship because I decided to say that what other people say on Facebook is no problem of mine. And I'm upset about it, and it makes me sad. It really does. I've lost a friend because I chose freedom.
Sure.
And I mean, I know it's happened to you guys.
Oh, yeah.
This is a new thing for me.
Yeah,
I've
sure.
never this is one of the first times
Welcome
that
to the
I've
club, buddy.
Yeah.
I fucking stood my ground. I said no. I believe in freedom.
Yep.
People can say whatever the fuck they want. I don't care if your feelings got fucking hurt, but I'm not going to apologize. And
Freedom.
I'm not going to.
Freedom is more important to me than your feelings.
Right.
Posted it many times in different versions.
And this is I really debated even talking about this tonight because I'm fucking worked up about it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be all emotional about it, but you know.
But those are the facts. That those are the facts. You have them.
There you go.
And I don't like what happened, but it's unfortunate. And really, I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. So
Sure.
I guess it's time to say farewell.
Yeah.
As heavy as my heart may be for having to say that, you got to move on.
We salute the snowflakes.
Adios, motherfucker.
That was us, not Jimmy.
Yeah, I don't.
That
I'm gonna add.
was me.
Yeah, I'm gonna add a little toilet flush sound right there. Just so you know, it will happen.
No, add the actual.
No,
The actual.
the
quote.
actual action of pooping.
No.
No.
Or the screenshot of the thread. Yeah, nope. Anywho,
Oh shit! Yeah.
You know what, dude? And I say that because I've lost really close friends,
Sure.
dude, and like even like trying to like even go back and apologize and make things right with them, and they're still like, no.
Even
you
though
know?
you didn't even feel
Yeah.
like, so that's
Yeah.
the thing.
So
you didn't feel like you did anything
when I
wrong.
say adios, motherfucker, that's the way I do it, you
Yeah.
know, and because it's not,
There-
I mean, it's not
you know, what?
saying
the
it,
person
it's-
is the one that
Yeah.
threw it away because you were
So,
willing
yeah.
to make it work.
And that's what I'm getting at is like
Because of freedom.
like, hey man, I did my best to make it right with you. You continue to not want, you know, you obviously don't want a relationship with me, so fucking adios.
yeah.
that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, it does.
I just
you
don't.
know?
I don't understand how.
I know I'm just being cute and I'm being funny and saying that, but I mean that's what it comes down
Sure.
to, you know.
What I don't understand is that how social media like so quickly becomes something that we bring into our everyday real lives that it counts as something that actually matters. I had a problem one time back in like 2003 where the girl I was dating was upset with me because she wasn't my number one spot on my MySpace top 8.
Oh, MySpace.
Remember those days?
Dude,
Yeah.
this is fucking akin to that. Just
Yeah.
because you got offended because some people said some shit to you on the internet, you're not going to be my friend anymore? Like, that's, I mean, whose loss is it really at that point? You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
I'm above all that shit.
Spoiler alert, theirs.
Yeah, don't need it. Don't need it.
Oh my god. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
Fucking, it is
Fuck
what it
it.
is.
It is what it is.
Yep.
That's right.
Freedom
Yeah.
is more important. All right.
You know it.
What? You have some more?
I it's just I just try, you know, I try to understand people like that do that kind of stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's something deeper going on. You know,
Oh yeah, for sure.
For people who do that, for them to be that upset over something somebody
Well, we
else
talked
says,
about snowflakes before, right?
Yeah.
We have that episode, and we talked all about that. How they
it blows me away.
Yeah.
It just drives me crazy. And for somebody to throw away a relationship like that, wow,
Yeah.
it's mind blowing.
Obviously, they didn't have a high regard for you, so that's just the way I would always look at it.
And then part of me looks back and is like, well, maybe they did, and maybe that's why they're so upset. But then on the other hand, it's like, why hold me responsible for shit that other people said?
Here's the thing: you're responsible for yourself.
Right.
Yeah,
and you already made the effort to. You made the effort to apologize, and he shot it down. So.
Well, I'll hardly say it was an apology. I was actually pretty unapologetic about it because I don't think I did anything wrong.
You didn't.
But I did attempt to.
You reached
repair
out.
the relationship.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You took the step to reconnect.
Yeah. Well, I said
it is what it is.
Not to apologize, but to make things right.
Yeah.
So
and right out the gate, the guy fucking opened up with name calling.
Oh yeah, dude.
So there was that.
That was
but
rude.
whatever.
That was rude. You handled it really well, Jamie.
Sure.
I have to say.
I think so. I think so as well.
Yeah,
I
don't
think
be
so.
a bitch.
Yeah,
let's go.
Whatever. It's not like he's gonna fucking watch this anyway.
Yeah,
So it doesn't
whatever.
really fucking matter.
Get the fuck
Anyway,
outta here.
yeah, get the fuck out of here. All right, so on to the next.
Killer robots.
You guys want to hear about some fucking killer robots?
Yeah.
All right, let's do some.
Always
killer
want to
robots.
hear about robots.
Fuck yeah.
Here we go. Okay, so you have to watch this whole video.
Yep.
We're gonna play the whole thing.
Yep.
Just check it out.
Check it.
Much bigger. Your kids probably have one of these, right? Not
Make
quite.
us a little smaller.
Hell of a pilot? No. That skill is all AI. It's flying itself. Its processor can react 100 times faster than a human.
This is just around the corner, man.
Stochastic motion is an anti-sniper feature.
Oh, I missed that part the first time.
Yeah.
Just like any mobile device these days, it has cameras and sensors, and just like your phones and social media apps, it does facial recognition. Inside here is 3 grams of shaped explosive.
Ooh, Skynet is coming, bro.
Crap, dude. No more hiding in caves.
Look at how he threw it and it fucking.
Fuck
took
yeah.
off.
Whoa, dude. Right back at you. Bam.
Boom. Dead.
Did you see that?
Fuck.
Yeah, we all did. Thanks.
That little bang is enough to penetrate the skull and destroy the contents.
The medulla oblongata. Well, mama's wrong again.
Oh god.
I almost
It's an
laughed as I was
airstrike
saying
of surgical precision. It's one of a range of products. Trained as a team, they can penetrate
This is
buildings,
scary as
cars,
fuck, bro.
trains, evade people, bullets, pretty much any countermeasure. They cannot be stopped.
No. Ceasefire.
Yeah, ceasefire.
Now,
Fuck.
I said this was big.
Yeah.
Why? Because we are thinking big. Watch. A $25 million order now buys this.
Yeah, you don't need your Terminators no more.
Enough to kill
You don't even
half
need
the
ground
city.
troops
Look at
anymore,
this
dude.
shit, bro.
Look at that.
Nuclear is obsolete. Take out your entire enemy, virtually risk-free. Just characterize him, release the swarm, and rest easy.
Until they have a fucking malfunction and it wipes out everyone.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a movie clip or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, it's not real.
It just said this is a simulation of what they could do. Watch, read the screen here. Yeah, so that's kind of the catch for this video. Is like at first you're like, what the fuck?
Kind of tricks you at first.
But
Yeah.
but then
But
they're
this
like,
is not far off.
No, it doesn't seem
All
like
the shit
it,
we've
man.
been watching. This is
dude, watch this. Watch how fucking terrifying this would be.
boom.
Every bang is somebody dying.
Yep. It's like the Wu-Tang Killer Beast.
Dude, that could be the next Phantasm movie.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Dude, that's not far off, man, at all.
That is
dude. This whole thing is a campaign to ban the creation of autonomous weapons.
Yep.
So this is like the anti-Skynet.
Yeah. Well, it came from a really cool angle too, because this is more realistic.
What was Skynet before? It was Cyberdyne. It's like Cyberdyne systems.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's
It sounds hideous.
That sounds very fucking frightening, dude.
Brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like shivering inside, dude.
That's totally, dude. That's totally
crazy.
believable.
It's very
man.
real, man.
We're close.
I mean, I hate to have a nihilistic view of technology, but I mean, the inevitability of something like this happening is like, I mean, the odds are just.
Yeah, it's almost
not good
absolute.
on our
It's
side.
almost absolute that's going to happen.
Yeah,
pretty
it's
soon.
not good for us. It's not going to be.
Okay, so think about it. They got that fucking. We watched that backflipping robot.
Yep.
They got the
Right.
four-legged one, the
Right.
mule,
the one
or
that
the
can
dog,
open the door,
right? Yeah, the one that could open the door.
Yeah.
Fucking Russia already put 2 fucking Glocks in the hands of their fucking.
And it was
Terminator.
driving a Jeep.
Jesus Christ!
Well, remember, and then there was the RDFI chips, the little. What are they called? The radio frequency.
RFID. Yeah.
FR. Yeah. Sorry, I'm dyslexic.
And they have RoboCop.
No, I mean they're in our food. Like they can put it in our food source. I mean they're like microscopic flakes, and they put it in our food, and we can be tracked that way without even having to carry a cell phone or anything.
Oh wow, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I'll have to find the article, but yeah, it's an actual technology.
And it's like the size of a piece of rice, right? Like,
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
even smaller than that, like pepper. Like pepper.
It can't be. You can't be tracked that far with an antenna that small, though.
If they have satellites, they can track.
Well,
people.
so here's what I know about RFID.
All right.
RFID is a proximity-based tracking system or a proximity-based technology. Those cards that you get that you put up against your door at work to get into the building, those are RFID.
Right.
Now, they don't work 10 feet away. You have to press it up against it, and then it works. So there, and that's the size of a business card. That's how big that antenna is.
Right.
So imagine how an antenna would work that's the size of a grain of pepper. Probably not very well.
But what if there's
if you have 10 million of them in your body?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. You know, it becomes like microscopic, and there's thousands or millions of them.
Yeah.
You know?
And you just take a big old dump, and then they're following the fucking toilet. The shitter.
Yeah,
they're stuck in your J trap.
Fucking cruising on the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
and shit.
that's crazy. I saw the technology somewhere.
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, dude.
That's amazing, Chris.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I always try to add to the story.
Science, bro.
A little science.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Guys, I'll move on to the next one here.
Sure.
Okay.
So.
Cool. We got some more stuff for you guys here. I'm gonna go ahead and tabulate over to this thing here. So Russia apparently is gonna double check on the old US of A, make sure we actually went to the moon.
How do we know that they're going to go to the moon and check?
We don't.
The internet will tell us.
That's kind of the beauty of it, right?
They'll probably bring better cameras this time.
Yeah, better space camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are they? They're building a space station in the orbit of the moon, and then they're going to build a moon base, I believe.
Really? Is that what they?
I believe that's what.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
See, here comes the Space
Force. Yeah.
Trump was already planning on saving us.
Now we're gonna go fight Russians in space. Okay.
He trumped
space
them
Russians. Yeah.
So we got Russia, which is obviously a more credible organization than NASA,
right?
Because the Earth is flat.
I was just gonna say how credible they are.
Yeah.
Well, look at the moon's flat too. Apparently.
We will check if Americans landed on moon.
Yeah, sure.
So what else about this? Do we know anything more about this?
I do not see any vodka bottles
that
on
guy's
moon.
Bouncing
We got a guy.
in a studio.
He looks
we got
drunk.
a guy jumping. Yeah. He's jumping.
Yeah, there's
very clearly on wires. No, I'm just kidding. Do you guys think it was a hoax? Do you guys think the moon landing was a hoax?
This is great moon landing video shot in Universal Studios.
See, there it is. It's fake.
This is very credible.
Shit.
So I for one, go to the side of science on this one. I believe it. I think it happened. 1969.
Really?
Sent a man to the moon. Yeah.
69.
No, I doubt it. I doubt it happened.
I don't know. I don't really know on that one.
I mean, I've seen all the conspiracy theory documentaries and stuff like that. Very, very feasible. Like I totally get it.
Right.
But like, god damn it, I just really want to believe that we went to the moon.
I do too,
I want to believe that we are that advanced
dude,
as a
I'm glad you said
society.
that, dude. Because I'm trying to be all tough and hard about it, dude. But I really wish that. I really hope it happened.
I really hope it happened.
I mean, because that was a great moment in history.
Did you guys see Buzz Aldrin punch that guy in the face?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Dude, this one dude is talking shit to Buzz Aldrin. The guy's like 80
He's
now.
a badass, though.
He's
dude.
like 80 years old. This guy's fucking talking shit to his face, telling him he's a fucking fake and a fraud.
Yeah, most actors are badasses.
And then he just fucking just nails him in the head, dude.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I know. I've seen it.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, well, we have the footage right there saying that
There you
it's
go.
fake.
There's Buzz in the background.
Yeah.
What's his name? Buzz Lightyear?
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear went to the moon.
I don't know. I'm on the fence on that one, like with the
They're going to go. And
I lean more toward yes.
Okay.
I haven't really studied it too much to like really care.
It's, man.
Dude, like, so
what does it fucking matter?
You know what sucks, dude, about being like conspiracy minded is like you can't. You
That's because you already don't trust anything you're being told.
Yeah, dude.
Because
like,
of government.
And like you start thinking about your like childhood and all the cool stuff that you thought as a kid, and you realize it's all fuck. Who wants to be like that all the time? I sure don't.
Yeah, you know? It's kind of makes for a miserable existence.
Yeah,
right?
so you kind of have to be in denial about some things, dude. I mean, you don't.
So
have to be.
I have a.
You don't have to be, but I mean. You know,
one of my uncles,
for nostalgia reasons, you should a little bit.
My great uncle, I believe, he actually works at NASA, and he works on something called TOMS units, and it's a total ozone mapping spectrometer. So they're satellites. So like shit that goes into space and orbits the fucking Earth, the round goddamn Earth.
Yep. Saucers are round, just so you know.
Yeah, well,
plates are round.
They're tubular.
I wasn't arguing that.
Tubular.
Fucking A.
Oh my god.
Space sausage.
Did you just say space sausage?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He's a one-track mind.
All right.
That's where we are now.
Form? Yeah.
Tubing.
Tubing.
Well, we got more Russia, right?
Sure.
More Russia.
More Russia. More.
Check this
more
out.
Moscow time.
I'll let you talk about this one, Johnny.
So so they have the old the old war statues like commemorating all the battles and stuff the Soviet Union won, and the people are painting superheroes and Santa Claus and Ronald McDonald. It's just fucking funny, dude. And they're getting hella pissed, and they're gonna make a law. I think they were saying they're gonna make some big old law thing about it, like you can't deface them and shit.
That isn't already a law?
I don't know. I'm sure it's a law, but like harsher criminal type stuff. Yeah, Captain America.
That's pretty fucking epic, dude.
Why is Robin loading the fucking cannon?
Dude, that's pretty.
He's always doing the bitch work.
Look at the Joker. He's charging with the rifle, ready to go.
Yeah.
Fucking
So, anyways,
Santa
it was
Claus.
just something funny.
Dude, that is funny. Dude.
Saw this last week.
It's the fact that they're American superheroes.
It's
I think
cute.
like the
That's pretty
fucking,
dope.
that's funny.
Let them. Hey, they don't have food over there, so let them have a little fun. Shit, fun commie fucks.
Jesus Christ.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
They communize and make art.
When you're right, you're right.
Yep. Alrighty.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
I guess we get into it then.
Topic number one.
Topic number one. I guess we're going to talk a little bit today about the Caravan from Honduras to America through Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You want to kick us off on that a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna have you play some of this video, and then we'll just go in.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got a little video to show you guys too, because this is actually a pretty good one that doesn't lollygag too much, and it kind of gets to the point. It's only 3 minutes long, so we'll check it out. It's from HBO, yeah, something like that. So we're gonna go.
Caravan of migrants. They're people for as far as the eye can see.
I'm gonna turn it up a
Despite
little
what the Trump administration is trying to do to clamp down to deter people from coming from Central America, people are still coming in the thousands, and it seems like they're finding solidarity and strength in their numbers. if you're able to get to the United States, how do you plan on preventing yourself from being deported?
Pues que me den asilo allá por el bien de mis hijos, por seguridad de mis hijos.
I'm going to ask for asylum. So go ahead and pause it real fast. So one of the things that I brought up when me and Jamie were watching some of this stuff is if you watch the footage and then look at who is in the crowd and watch their clothes and look at all this stuff, they're being portrayed as being these poor migrants and all this, but they're all getting clothes. So that is either A, they do have money, right? Which I'm not really saying that. Or B, they're being clothed along the way and, replenished. And none of them look like they're wasting away. They all look well-fed, all of them.
Yeah.
And it only looks like there is maybe, out of the whole group, it looks like there's only like maybe 5% women and children.
This is probably the most women you're going to see in this whole video right here, because there's two of them in this shot.
But just something to notice as you're watching the footage.
Yeah, I noticed that. Mostly young men between the ages of like 20 and
40, right in that
40,
area.
Yeah.
And another interesting thing, too, is if they're fleeing persecution, right, why are they all flying their flag, their native country flag? Just something to think about while you're watching.
So like we're not trying to take any sides here. We're just trying to make you fucking question what the fucking media is showing you.
Right.
Always question.
So
what
watch
the fuck
this.
They're showing
Here
you.
we go.
Nosotros no somos gentes, como dicen, sinvergüenza. Somos
A lot of dudes
luchonas.
Notice they're only interviewing the women, and they interviewed one guy out of the whole.
They interviewed.
Well, okay, so they have to interview women so that it makes it look like there are more women there.
Right.
From
Well, and it always gets a
certain
sympathy
types
card.
of severe harm that they're experiencing in their country. The person has to demonstrate they have what's called a well-founded fear of persecution.
This is to get asylum.
on
Shoot,
account
look at
of
this.
race,
Yeah, watch this.
nationality, religion,
It's the
political
last one.
opinion, or this catch-all phrase of membership in a particular social.
That's anything.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what this is. What this is, right? It's
Asylum.
Like, it's no. It's the it's intersection. You know what that is, right, Jamie? Like say okay.
Maybe not. No.
So intersection is like when you have like those who are oppressed. Like there's a scale of like who are the most oppressed people, or the most displaced or dysfunctional, displaced or what. I forget what it's called. Okay, so let's just say displaced. So you have like black women are like highest on the scale because they're oppressed for being women and they're black at the same time. It's called intersection. It's like
okay.
So these things are intersection. They all intersect with each other to show how they're suffering.
Okay. So it's like oppression double dipping.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
That's what it is. And this is taught. This is taught in colleges. This is an actual study. I'll get the name of the study study of the field or whatever it's called. It's called intersection, I believe. But this is what it is. It's like you get like people who are displaced because of their race, because of their nationality, because of their political ideology. Their religion, so that you have all these things that make you an oppressed person. So there's a scale of who is more oppressed and who deserves help the most.
Okay,
is what it comes down to.
All right, no, fair enough. Okay, let's try and get through the rest of this here because that's very interesting though. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
And they have to show that this fear of severe harm for these reasons is either being done by the government or the government is unable or unwilling to provide them with protection. The vast majority of the cases that we do see from Central America who are seeking asylum are fleeing gang-related violence or domestic violence.
Pause that real quick. So now we know, same thing without really coming at a real angle here, where we just heard gang violence, right?
Uh-huh.
So we're talking about gangs, and they said domestic violence, which I'm not quite sure because they're all dudes. That majority of them, like I'm not quite sure what that was supposed to mean. But so the gangs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, why are there gangs? The drug war.
Because of drugs.
The drug war. So government has created this situation. Their country is a economic disaster, right? Because of socialism all the countries in that region where they're all the countries where they're all fleeing from in South America are all socialist.
Yeah, they're all governed by socialist leaders. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on right now. That's why they're all.
So you have them fleeing from oppressive government and low economy because of the government, and then you also have them fleeing because of the drug war, which has been created because of our government. So that's another thing to keep in mind during this. So this isn't saying answers to the problem or anything like that. It's just understanding where this is all coming from.
Right.
This is about starting a conversation.
Yeah.
People don't
a real conversation, not just fucking triggered shit.
Yeah. Don't let your emotions get fucking involved. Just try and have a logical fucking thought about this. Here we go.
So this is the San Pedro Sula airport. It's where migrants who are being deported from the United States back to Honduras land. And San Pedro Sula is one of the most dangerous cities on the planet. It's a very high murder rate, and the gangs MS-13 and the 18th Street Gang both have heavy presences here. So while some migrants in the United States who are claiming asylum are kind of stuck in limbo awaiting their immigration court.
So none of the MS-13 or any of those guys are in the Caravan?
Oh, no one said that. No one said that.
Yeah.
Proceedings, those who are denied asylum oftentimes have to come back to cities like this where they are forced to face the very perils that they were fleeing from in the first place.
Which sucks.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think anybody's saying
lo vigilan
that
bien,
isn't
todos
bad.
los movimientos que uno hace, ellos lo saben. Y no hay escapatoria para ellos. Y le están sacando hasta que lo dejan sin nada. Y si se niega a pagarle, lo liquidan. Mi hijo fue a visitar a un familiar, ahí le pidieron dinero y él no andaba. Y ellos sabían bien que era mi hijo. Y él no pudo contactarme por teléfono porque él no andaba a teléfono. Entonces lo que hicieron fue matarlo. Lo asesinaron.
It's fucking terrible.
Lo estrangularon y le sacaron la lengua.
Fucking animals, dude.
Yeah.
Cut out his fucking tongue. Like, you don't even have... like, that just...
You know
to desecrate somebody like that. Like, to kill a man... All right, fuck. That's something that I hope I never have to do, right? But then to, desecrate their body, it's like fucking teabagging somebody in a fucking video game after you kill them.
Right.
I don't do that shit. I'm a better fucking
disgrace,
human being than that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It just seems like more made up crisis. I mean, is this... I'm not saying it's made up. I'm just saying it's not glamorized, sensationalized by the media.
Well, I mean, there's a fucking ass ton of fucking people cruising through the country.
Yeah.
So another thing that we don't have on that video is that the Mexicans that live in Mexico are all pissed off about this. They do not want them in their country. They're actually running around yelling and having counter protests, especially in Tijuana.
Right.
And they're telling them to get the fuck out of here, and they don't know why they're even here, and they don't want them there.
Right.
So that's a whole nother angle too. So no, they're not covering a lot of that on the media. I'm not hearing about that too much.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And all the while, if any of us suggests that we maybe do something to prevent all of these people from coming into our country all at once, then now I'm the asshole.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is, okay, so the other day I posted on social media that article that you talked about. There was an article of there was counter protesters protesting that all these immigrants were in Mexico. They wanted them out, and I said, okay, so why is it racist when we say it when we're as Americans than if somebody from Mexico says it? Like, why is it? How does
South
it become
American? Yeah.
How does it become racist when
Honduran? I don't know.
Yeah, because you can only
when we say we don't want you here, or we want our borders closed, or we want to. I mean, are we? I'm not even asking to close the borders. All I'm saying is, like, I hate the policies. of our government.
Yeah,
and I love the people, man. Don't get me wrong. I love the people, and I wish they could be here. But the problem is we're using resources obtained illegally, I mean by force from the government, to take care of people when we can't have both open borders and a welfare state,
right?
Because we simply do not have the resources to take care of everybody around the world. And that's just simple, plain fact. So
if you listen to some of these interviews, they're saying they're coming to America to seek asylum so that they can get food and jobs.
Right.
So it's not. I'm not saying that they're not trying to come here to work. A lot of them, right?
Yeah, but
right,
the problem is we still have a system that gives stuff away. Like, you know.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
That's what I'm getting to. That's what I'm getting to. They are coming here to collect welfare. That way they can become established.
Assistance.
Right.
And that way then they can get jobs, and then hopefully they move away from the welfare system. But
we know that doesn't work.
Look, here's the
that
thing.
Doesn't work.
Here's the fucking thing.
Yeah.
If the welfare that these immigrants are receiving wasn't forcefully taken out of my fucking paycheck,
right,
and I gave it voluntarily, I wouldn't have a fucking problem with any of this. The fact that it is stolen from me and then given to someone else is what I have a fucking problem with.
Taxation is theft.
If I could mark off a little checkbox that said money for immigrants coming into America, and I chose to fucking do it, no problem.
Yeah.
But because you took it away from me without my fucking consent,
or even like a private loan,
right?
That's what I have a problem with.
Johnny and I were watching this Milton Friedman speech.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, it talked about the reason why we have closed borders versus 1914. 1914, we still had open borders and people were freely coming.
Or 1912,
here.
Something like that. It was right around the time of when the Federal Reserve came into act.
Right,
yeah, we were watching that. Yep.
So after
womp womp,
of course, right.
After that, we closed the borders, and not too much.
Shout out to Valerie.
Not too far in the future, we had the welfare system start, right, and now we have closed borders. And what I'm saying is we can't have both a welfare state and open borders, because everybody would come here just to collect benefits.
Right.
We would have to have jobs. Once we have jobs.
What happens when you feed a stray dog?
Once we have.
He keeps coming back.
Just saying.
Let's not compare people to dogs.
What you do when you use analogies.
So he
wasn't comparing; he was anthropomorphizing.
Or
now we have to provide jobs for everybody, right? So if we provide jobs for everybody, then we can have open borders.
Yeah,
people can come and go as they please. But because we have a welfare state, it's just a drain on.
What happens when you feed a stray cat?
I don't know.
Yes, you goddamn well do.
They don't fucking leave.
They come back.
That pussy don't quit, bro.
We can't
pussy
have that.
Don't quit.
We simply can't have that. And it's not.
That's how I got my first cat, man. I fed it.
Has nothing to do with racism. Has nothing to do with racism. Has nothing to do with xenophobia. It doesn't have anything. It comes down to numbers. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Comes down.
I told you what it came down to for me. It's a matter of principle. The fact that there's money being stolen. So I'm not even. I could give really two shits about the Caravan. Really, I'm mad at the fact that I'm being stolen from to then pay for the Caravan.
And look at how shitty it's being managed.
I'd still be getting stolen from regardless.
Look at how.
So it doesn't really fucking
look
matter.
At how shitty the crisis is being managed, because our government doesn't know how to manage this kind of stuff. The government is the worst invention in human history.
Well, yeah, I mean, it just ultimately comes down to the government is the reason why this is all happening. What I was saying when we were watching the video,
and it wouldn't happen if they weren't taking taxes from us.
Well, if they weren't getting the handouts, for sure, that part for sure, and they didn't have a drug war. So So
everything is
all
funded
that
by
violence that we were
taxation,
watching
man.
is because of the drug war or their socialist.
If we didn't have taxation,
they are a
we
socialist
wouldn't have
country, by the way.
We wouldn't have a giant fucking government.
Jamie,
I heard you.
I confirmed it.
Yeah.
I was pretty
Honduras.
sure. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Marxist guerrillas, man, are taking over.
Fucking
You know what's happening too is now that
So if gorillas are Marxists, are monkeys and chimps? Are they like
capitalist?
Just
capitalist?
stop.
Okay.
Just stop, both of you. I swear to
Yeah,
fucking, I'll
capitalist,
come down
man.
there. I'll come down there. You guys are assholes.
Spider monkeys are definitely
Spider-
free market capitalists.
Free market caps,
I hate you.
dude. They're
I hate you.
caps, dude.
I hate the both of you.
So there's the narcos are gaining power because they have a unlimited money supply. They could totally fund socialism. They could take over.
Well, what they're doing
fund
is they're funding the government, so they're using them as like
in the government is
yeah,
socialist,
like
yeah.
a shield, basically.
So they have a never-ending supply of money through drugs.
Yeah, and then it's a hand-in-hand thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So now you're gonna see fucking narco governments come into power.
Oh, for sure. It's already happening.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
So let's. Does any of us have a real answer for this? No.
No.
But what we all know is that taxation is theft.
doesn't
We
mean
know
we're
that
not
it's
aware.
caused by government, right? So that's what we do know. And don't believe everything you're seeing on the news, no matter if it's right or left side, because we don't know.
It's all lies.
Just do your research.
Designed to
yeah.
get
Well,
you.
so actually, on that note, a little bit of advice that Johnny gave me today, which actually really made a lot of sense. If you really want to get to the bottom of it, think about the things we talked about. Think about the fact that these people are clothed.
Yeah.
They're obviously not missing any meals for the most part. Think about who's feeding them, who's clothing them. Find out what organization is providing these services to these folks.
Who backs those organizations.
And then find out who backs those organizations.
Yeah, we were just saying maybe look up George Soros and look into that a little bit. Look into other...
but also look into the Koch brothers. Those guys too, man.
Sure.
Look into,
Sure,
I mean,
I'm not saying that.
look into Ben Franklin, I guess, while you're at it. Fuck it. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I was just also being irrelevant, but that's cool. No, just look at the organization. Look who fucking backs it up.
What was that?
What?
The fuck? See, are you hitchhiking?
Well, because you said George Soros, I said the Koch brothers, and then Jamie said Ben Franklin.
I was breaking your balls, dude. I was just giving you a hard time.
Go.
You guys want to see
Ben Franklin?
You guys want to watch this? The discoverer of electricity.
Yeah, neato.
Yeah.
It's super scientifical.
You guys want to see a little
science
a cat video before we take our break?
Yeah,
here?
sure.
Why not?
All right. So
why are we watching
Valerie,
a cat video?
I'm gonna send you sent this to me today because dude, just wait.
Yeah.
Okay, that was really
the main part. That was what you wanted.
Yeah, we can.
Dude, that was
You can keep watching some of these, but like they're not as funny as that one.
That was pretty good.
Oh, that was cool.
Look at
Oh, poor little kid.
it just gargles.
See, no.
Oh.
No.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh man.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I just
the
wanted-
cat going into the tub saying no. That was great.
No. Yeah.
I like cats.
Yeah, sure.
I'm a cat guy.
Are you? Do you have a cat?
Well, my roommate does. They have a cat at the house. I love it.
I have 2 cats.
2 cat guy.
Yeah, 2 cats. One.
Well, that's one way to live your
One.
life.
His name is Tom. They're 2 boys.
A cat named Tom.
Tom
the cat.
Yeah, very
Okay.
Real original. Yep.
original. Totally.
Sure.
Tom the cat is my name.
And Sharky.
Tom and Sharky.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, Sharky.
Nice.
Named after
All right.
the second threat.
Yeah, threat number 2.
Yeah.
I call him.
Just to remind you all
I
the
call
time.
him Shark or Sharka.
Yeah.
You ever seen shark fur?
No.
No. Sorry.
Well, I guess there's
One day.
Okay.
one day.
I don't want
Okay. We will be back.
I'm
folks.
uncomfortable.
We're going to take a quick break. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Spider monkey. Yeah.
Go ahead. Say what.
But he was talking about what was it? Oh shoot, I lost my train of thought.
I don't know. You just lost me because you lost yourself.
Holy crap, dude. I guess this is sideshow.
All right. Wait.
Yeah. All right, we're back with sideshow number 9er.
Yeah, I caught a 9er in there this time.
Have you heard, bro?
2, 4, 9er, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I can't hear you. You're trailing off. And did I catch a 9er in there?
I think we're on sideshow 11. We should have looked this up before.
I know. Okay, so what were we just talking about?
Look at this shit. The fuck you talking about?
Spider monkey.
Yeah, getting loose. Ready for the podcast.
Do it again. Spider monkey.
That wasn't what I did the first time, but yeah.
Yeah, so we had mentioned intersection or intersectionality a little bit. I'll put it up on the screen actually. That way they can just they can read it. That way you can do research.
There you go.
Because everyone likes a little bit of homework, right?
Right, intersection.
No.
So check this out. So I'm not gonna. Well, I guess we can read it out loud for people who are just listening. Says intersectionality is a concept often used in critical theories to describe the ways in which oppressive institutions, racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, ableism, xenophobia, classism, etc., are interconnected and cannot be examined separately from one another. Sorry, it's like super blurry on the monitor. I'm trying to read it. It's very clear for everyone at home. Let's talk about that.
So we talked about it a little bit when it comes to the migrant caravan, and how it related to intersectionality, and how we can kind of people are kind of circumventing government in replacement of intersectionality.
So
like using okay, so they're oppressed politically. They're oppressed because they're gay or lesbian, or because so all these things interconnect somehow or intersect with each other somewhere. So
specifically with the caravan, though.
Right?
That's what we're talking about, right?
Right.
They're trying to circumvent
class.
Yeah. So
race.
Yeah. Okay. So
they're circumventing our government. In replacement for the intersectionality. Okay,
so the way I can see it is, and this is kind of a touchy subject. So I'm gonna try and tread lightly here, but I can say that you can intersectionally look at the caravan because these people are being oppressed for classism, xenophobia, racism. If you think about that, because even walking through Mexico, they're not welcome.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's racism, yeah.
So that's racism. That could also, xenophobia and racism kind of to me are like the same thing. Almost.
They're interconnected.
They intersect.
It's
crazy.
Yeah, dude. This is a real field of study, and I'm not saying this is right or wrong. I just think it creates a lot more problems than it solves.
Yeah. And the racism thing on the other end of it, it might not be racism. They just don't want them in their country. Doesn't matter what race they were.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like for myself, like I'm not trying to be racist, but I don't think it's racist to say, look, we have borders and you need to respect our borders.
Right. You have borders, you have laws, and then they're just trespassing. So
right.
Yeah.
Hippity
and that's what it comes down to, right? Like fucking I don't think it's racism to say that
property rights, bro.
While I agree that taxation is
I've argued
theft,
this before and got laughed at.
I don't think it's racist for me to say that I don't want non-taxpayers in our country. Right?
Well, I mean, they can become taxpayers, but
they can become taxpayers, absolutely.
But that's okay. So here, this is my grand point. My grand point is, if we had jobs instead of welfare, we could take people in. But since we don't have jobs for everybody, we can't take everybody in. That's all I'm saying. If there was jobs for everybody, I wouldn't care who came in.
I can dig that.
Right?
Sure.
That's all I'm saying. That's what Milton Friedman said, and I agree with him.
Okay.
Hashtag look it up.
Why were you singing right now?
I don't know. I just
You
did.
said it.
Because Milton Friedman is my hero. Milton Friedman is a cool guy.
Oh, God. All right, so we covered that, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, at least we got to show them what it was, and they want to look it up, they can do their own.
Yeah, research.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All righty.
Puerto Rico.
So, free talk.
So
is this supposed to be like RT?
No. This is just like
CT, bro.
Well,
different.
Totally
the R and the C, different. I get it.
So what it is, this is the military's. They call it an active denial system. It's a less than lethal countermeasure to deploy against riots or to use for crowd control or things like that. So it doesn't actually have a projectile. And I don't know what kind of technology. It almost seems like it's a microwave.
It's a
technology.
death ray, actually.
It really seems like it's a death ray.
It is a death ray.
So I guess without further ado, I'll just show you guys the fucking military's goddamn death ray, because that's really what it is.
Yeah.
Check this out. Check this shit out.
It's melting my brain.
Marines and several other DoD representatives had quite the heated demonstration at Quantico, Virginia from the Joint Non-Lethal Weapons Directorate.
This is nuts. Watch
This
this,
is a
dude.
military area. Move away from the perimeter. I say again, this is a military area. Move away from the perimeter.
Their new active denial system boasts a reach far beyond any other non-lethal system.
Well, it's a versatile system, and it has a range of
Why do I feel like the Incredible Hulk's going to jump out of somewhere and start?
They were in the Hulk, dude. Straight up, yeah.
that are in the military forces.
About 7 football fields to give it some perspective.
That was a horrible movie.
It can deter individuals
Watch this.
on
Look
a
at it.
military perimeter all the way up to a riotous crowd. All without permanent harm.
It only penetrates 1/64 of an inch of your skin.
They all evaporate.
It goes very shallow into where your nerve
Neutron.
receptors
We
are.
transported
Look at that.
There's no,
Just makes them
no
go
permanent
away.
injury caused by it. Very safe system. We built in some safety margins and training for
They'll
the
do more
operators.
demo on
They
it.
even let any of the guests volunteer
There
to
you go.
test out its effectiveness
And I'm
and
out.
safety,
Nope.
including the Assistant Commandant of the Marine Corps, Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps, and Assistant Secretary of the Navy. Most described it as feeling like a hot oven or grill being opened up.
Oh,
That's
fuck,
crazy,
dude.
right?
Once again,
Yeah.
probably the safest
Full power to
system
just
that,
melt you.
That's what I was saying, death ray.
as far as the non-lethal capability.
Turn up the
From
juice.
Washington, I'm Sergeant Andrew Milner.
Sweet. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, fucking nuts.
At
dude.
first, I thought it was going to be like that. What is the LRAD or whatever the hell that thing is? The sound thing. What is it called?
Oh, yeah.
Look at this shit.
yeah, the
I've seen that
interrupter
before.
gun.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
whatever.
disrupts
It
your
does that.
bowels or whatever. It makes you shit everywhere.
No,
Yeah, it does.
that's not what I was talking about.
No, that's what we're talking about.
Is that what you were talking about, Johnny?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like this sound wave
Yeah,
machine.
yeah, yeah.
It really disrupts your bowels. It like shakes your
Sweet.
bowels. And
Take
like,
your word for it.
Like I've seen video, man.
Poop?
I mean, it's yeah.
I've had
What do you say?
the one that I thought you were talking about was the interrupter gun. Like it's a like a gun. Kind of looks like a radar gun, like a cop would use, CHP would use. And you aim it at somebody, and what it does is it plays back what they are saying with a slight delay, so it makes you unable to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the one that we were talking
Yeah,
about.
okay, yeah, fair enough.
But that
clearly,
was cool though.
Clearly.
That was cool though. Yeah.
The other one looks like a dish like this.
Okay.
A little smaller, and it shoots out like that. Woo, 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 woo.
It shoots
Real
out
loud.
the brown
They have
note.
one on all
How
the
is that?
ships.
Do that again?
They have them on all the ships for the pirates and shit.
Plays the brown note. So you just fucking shit yourself. Darr, I shit myself.
I done shat myself.
Shat on the poop deck.
I'm Captain Shatner.
Oh my god.
God damn it.
Oh fuck. All right. So moving on to another
moving
Yeah,
on.
well, I mean,
another
we got-
weapon
Yeah,
system.
we got more fucking military shit.
Yeah.
This, and I wish they showed a little bit more in this video.
Jamie just likes this one because he goes big boom.
A big boom.
Yep. pretty sweet.
Yeah, this is called a Paladin, I guess. What is it, M109A6?
Yeah.
Look
Damn,
at this
bro.
fucking bad Larry, dude.
I want to see it hit the target, though.
They show one impact, I think. All right, don't move.
That's a
We're gonna
little
aim at you.
intimidating there, huh?
Yeah. The axes on the back.
It's just cool. It's like a big giant cannon that's
Right.
on a tank platform.
Look at that fucking thing, dude.
That's badass. There you go.
Whoa.
Yeah.
See, that's what I want to see, man. I want to see targets
Yeah.
destroyed.
All right, so yeah.
And add that to my spank bank.
Yeah.
All right, let's move along.
Yeah,
to
that
the
video
next.
is pretty much a lot of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Freedom Boner.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking sick.
Something cool.
Yeah, I like that. That was pretty fucking tight. It didn't actually say like how big that cannon was though. How many millimeters?
That, you know?
155 millimeter.
Okay. There you go.
God damn.
Yeah. 155. Wow. How big were those projectiles?
It's the 155.
That railgun was shooting.
Oh, I don't know.
Were they the same equivalent size? Or?
I don't know.
Probably
I
not,
mean,
huh?
no. It's a
Probably
different thing.
It's that's like apples to oranges too.
Yeah.
Because like the amount of kinetic energy that thing is delivering, the railgun,
Right.
The feet per second that is traveling is so much higher than that.
No, I just want to know the
Size.
Size or the
But it
physical.
it doesn't even really matter because the amount of energy that a smaller projectile would make at a larger
That
rate of
speed?
speed would still create a larger hole.
Right. No, I understand that. Okay.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
get what you're saying.
just to know, I get what
Yeah,
you're saying. Yeah,
yeah.
it would be kind of cool, but physics also.
Yeah,
Science.
science. Shout out to Chase. Chase had we were at-
Alpine.
yeah, we went by there, right? And
Checked out the lake.
Yeah, man, that
Pretty
was pretty cool. The reason why I bring it up is because he had that tank, that half a tank thing that on tracks that you showed me.
Oh, yeah, the little,
Yeah.
I think it's a weasel or something. It's
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
little World War II personnel carrier.
Yeah,
It's a
that
little
was
guy,
pretty cool.
Little buddy. It's like an ATV kind of thing.
Yeah, dude, that would be cool to get a hold of something like that and like strip it down and get sexy with it.
You
Man,
want to go into this, Johnny?
Oh, yeah, we can, but I was going to ask a question real fast.
Yeah, sure.
Would you rather have
Uh-oh.
a hand grenade or
Yes.
a claymore?
Hand grenade? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
For sure.
hand grenade.
The claymore. I mean, claymore, cool, right? You can set a trap.
Sure.
But a fucking hand grenade?
Yeah.
I would. You know what I would do with a hand grenade? I'd put it in a car. Just because.
Just put it in your car?
Not in my car, like in someone's car, like in a car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would hold on to
You
it
just
for
drop
shit
in the
hits
car
fan,
and fucking
bro.
run away.
Just see what happens or what?
Did you ever
would be
see the was it
awesome.
The Shield on FX, that TV show, The Shield? They whacked one of the cops, the main guys, and with like that, they just dropped a grenade in
Oh,
there.
jeez.
Get fucked.
Fucking
I would go with the grenade as well.
hamburger meat. Yeah, dude.
If I
hamburger
had the choice.
Oh,
But I would say it for shit hits a fan. I mean, obviously.
Fucking.
I wouldn't
yeah.
waste it. I would want to play with it, but I mean, it's one time. So
I saw a video online of some guy fucking throwing some sort of homemade hand grenade, and it went off in his hand.
Shit,
dude. Like his sleeve up to his fucking elbow was just ribbons.
Yeah, oh yeah,
It was, dude. It was like I watched this video and it was like, oh, like idiot, like fucking does something stupid with like a homemade hand grenade, and I'm like, all right, like I guess I didn't really know like where it was gonna go. I didn't know what I expected, but like, yeah, blew off in his hand, and he just lets off this fucking. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh god,
like, it was
dude.
bad. It was real.
I was
bad.
gonna ask, what did he do? Like, I bet he freaked out, man.
Oh, he freaked out a lot.
Fuck.
He was missing a fucking arm at that point. It was rough.
God, I didn't even think I could. Like, I can't. Like, if I think about that, like in my present state, there's no way I can like.
yeah, you just got to really hand it to the guy for being so
conceptualize
stupid.
that. Conceptualize that. Like, I would have to. Dude, that's insane, dude. That's insanely stupid.
All right, if you could have one gun in a shit hits the fan situation, especially an invasion, I'm going to go with an invasion. Shit hits the fan situation. You had to have one gun in like an invasion or occupation type
So
thing.
for me, AR-15. I know how to manipulate it the easiest. Now, this is not to say that I wouldn't pick a different gun if it was like I could just have one to add to my collection.
Okay, you're wrong. Continue.
Oh, wow. All right.
Continue.
I have to go with the almighty AK.
Okay, you're wrong as well. Continue.
Brutal. Brutal.
Glock 19. Because then you could sneak up on your enemy, pop them, and get another weapon. And now you have a secondary
What the fuck?
and a primary. Trick question. All right, moving along.
Why can't I sneak up on anybody with an AR-15?
And a little harder, right? Because you can just come up plain clothes and fucking...
Why don't I just hide behind something 100 yards away? And
It's a lot easier to sneak through a population-occupied situation with
sidearm. A lot easier to stay away and not get caught.
No.
Nah. Nah, B.
If you got to do recon, you got to do all that, and you only have one gun, pistol.
Yeah.
Then you get the big guns.
No way, dude. AK.
The fucking big guns.
I'm killing and stealing and wheeling and
well, you
dealing
can do
with
that
my
when you
AK.
get the AK.
Yeah, baby.
You got to go gray man. You got to go gray man. I'm telling you. In an invasion
I see what you did. I see what you did there, and I get it. Yeah. I just don't like being told that I'm wrong.
Sure.
Really,
I know. That was really the reason why I did that question, because I want to tell both of you guys that you're wrong.
Yeah, okay.
So you're welcome.
All right.
It's really more of a social
Eat a little bit
experiment
of
to see how we would
humble pie.
Humble pie.
How would we react?
I'll take
to
a
the
nice
question.
slice.
Haha, Johnny got us.
All right. Moving right along.
Hey, so
Yeah.
did you guys ever play board games when you were kids?
Of course.
Very little.
Very little.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, go ahead.
What was your? Did you do like a family board game thing?
No, not really.
No?
I mean, I played the
I've dabbled.
the
Dabbled.
typical ones, you know.
What'd you play?
I've played. I mean, fuck Monopoly. Everyone's played Monopoly. Sorry, Shoots
What
and
was the
Ladders.
most common game that you guys would play?
Candyland.
Monopoly, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
me
sure.
too.
I played Candyland. Yeah, I
How
have.
about
Shoots
you,
and
John?
Ladders.
I said that one.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Yeah, all that stuff, dude.
Dude, what was the one you had to push a little button, or you? Had
I
to
was
push
just thinking of
the
that.
thing?
Trouble.
Trouble, dude. Yeah,
It was a Pop-O-Matic bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my fucking god! Yeah, it was, dude. The
remember.
Pop-O-Matic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember one year I got a Hungry Hippo. That was fun.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Hungry Hippo.
We talked about that on the show. Remember?
Did we?
Yeah, about the 80s toys and shit.
Yeah.
There was a little nerdy game that I played, like, probably in the early 90s. It's called Hero Quest.
Hero Quest. What was that about?
It was like
a card game
kind of
or
like a
what?
Dungeons and Dragons. No, it was an actual board game. Kind of a Dungeons and Dragons-y kind of thing. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it was like a fast version of that. So you didn't have to do all the... I never played
All the
Dungeons,
bullshit?
but I mean,
Yeah.
Did you guys ever play Risk?
Yeah.
I never played it. Never played Risk.
Can't
It's
really...
good.
Yeah.
That's a friendship ender. That's like Mario Kart.
Dude, I've seriously just
Or a
about
Facebook post.
had fucking fist fights
Jesus,
over
right?
fucking shit like that. Over,
Brought it back.
Monopoly, dude. We've gotten into really bad arguments. Oh God, dude.
Capitalism.
Yeah. Government assistance. You got to steal in that game if you're gonna win. You got to know how to cheat, dude.
In the government
That
game? Yeah, you do.
you got to
Fucking
know
A.
how to cheat, dude.
Fucking Federal Reserve over here. He just printing his own money under the table.
Hey, you got to start off with more money than everybody
There
else
you go.
if you're gonna win.
Sure. Science.
Science.
Yeah, but board games, yeah, no. Not really.
Yeah.
Not too much.
I never got into. I guess we never got into Jenga. I think that was after I was already an adult.
Yeah, it's not really a board game.
Yeah, I did. Well, I did Jenga.
Well, I mean, like games like that. Or whatever.
Naked Twister.
I never played Pictionary. You guys ever played
Baby oil.
Pictionary? Like got a group of people together and played Pictionary. I'm such a
not
such
really,
a dummy, dude. Trying to draw.
I didn't really
something and
like
act it
reading the
out.
Pictionary because it's
No.
just too many definitions of words and
Yeah.
it was a lot of words.
Yeah, words.
Yeah.
Words suck.
Johnny, I got it, and I'm fucking upset. Reading the Pictionary.
Oh, man.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
And moving along.
All right. I'll pull this up for you here.
All right. Death missile.
Death missile.
Yeah, China and Russia
China!
are developing the Mach 5 missile.
Ooh.
And all of our aircraft go up to Mach 3, Mach 4.
Another thing to scare us.
Yeah. So they were just saying that they want to develop sensors and things in space so they can actually detect these things. And I'm assuming they're going to do like the laser, where it heats up and then blows it up in space.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what they're going for. I'm sure that this story and that other story with the moon and all that, I'm sure that this is what the Space Force stuff is getting set up for, because everyone was like, what the fuck is this Space Force shit? I'm sure this is part of it. You know what I mean? Like what they're going to have to be dealing with.
If you look at like what the president said about the fucking Space Force shit,
he did say troops though.
It looks like he literally thinks we have to fight aliens.
Starship Troopers, bro.
Yeah,
it's a thing.
He really thinks we have to fight aliens
because he talks to his base like they're fucking 4 or 5 years old.
Well, it's the
And that's what
reptilians, bro.
that's what
They're
they
already here.
understand. Yeah, reptilians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, there's some fucking aliens out there. We're gonna shoot them in the face.
That's a good strategy, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
I'll fuck them.
I guess the best defense is a
You're
good
gonna
offense,
talk to him,
right?
so,
The camera.
Yeah, I'm the communicator.
I have
you're
to
Overwatch.
I have to document
The Overwatcher.
and I have to be
Document.
Overwatch.
Yeah,
A
documentary.
lot of Freedom Lube on hand.
Yep.
Yep.
There it is.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Well, fucking so right now we actually have a plane. I think it's the F-22 that goes faster than any missile that exists right now.
I think that's the one that goes Mach 4.
I think you're right. I've talked about this one before.
Yeah.
That's the one
That's
that
the top dog right there.
If they find a missile that will catch up to it, it has that blackout button. Do you remember me talking about that?
Yep.
Where it does like a 15G vertical climb, and then the pilot blacks out, and then the plane fucking goes in a straight line until the pilot wakes up and regains control of the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how fucking
That's
nuts
crazy.
is that?
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Pretty soon they'll all be drones. So.
Yep.
Yeah, holy shit, man.
Yep. Bringing that all
No
back.
pilots needed.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
crazy.
It'll be like some kid playing a video game somewhere, just sitting there controlling flights.
Yeah.
We have this dude getting arrested over by the
Jefferson
Memorial.
Yep. In D.C. This is a couple years back.
All right, I'll go ahead and fire that up.
Yeah, this is Adam Kokesh. He's a big libertarian. He has a book out. Also.
Oh, yeah. Called Freedom. I said that to you one day when we were having a conversation.
I know. I knew about Adam Kokesh for
Remember I sent you that book, though?
Yeah.
We were having a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to turn this bad boy up. Jamie.
Copy that.
So the whole thing is they're not allowed to be dancing. I think just boosted.
So they're in a public space.
Yeah.
This is I think in D.C., right?
Yeah, it's Washington, D.C. Yeah, Jefferson Memorial.
Jefferson Memorial.
What would we be charged with? You are too far away from the city to allow citation to reappear. Therefore, they lock you up and hold you for court.
What he's asking is a violation of
You'll find out.
What law is that?
Sir.
You'll find out.
You'll find out? Wow.
You're being arrested for what? You'll find out. Wow.
You're dancing in here, and we're demonstrating this form.
What is dancing? What is dancing? What if you're out of time or you're making movements with your body? That's still dancing.
That guy's got to be scared.
I don't know, man. Look,
That's
oh
dancing.
no, they're standing together, rocking back and forth.
You're not allowed to have free expression or free speech in the memorial to Thomas Jefferson, the champion.
Whoa, dude.
Moving, man. We're in love.
Touching each other. We're stopping. We're stopping. What are you doing? We're stopping. You are not arresting us for standing
For
here.
what?
Wow.
Are you giving me a
They
warning?
weren't even really dancing. They were rocking back and forth. I mean, we know they were provoking it, but are you kidding me, right? Now there's Adam right there. He's a former Marine as well. He was in Iraq. And there's that disobey shirt just by the way.
You didn't even give me a warning.
Oh, he already made a disobey shirt?
Yep.
Damn it.
Understand? I came over. I didn't even hear. I didn't even hear you. Sir, I didn't even hear. Sir.
I never talked to that guy. What are you talking about?
He's got his headphones on.
Not allowed to dance in America. Footloose. Footloose.
So this is definitely freedom activism.
Yeah, this is how ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
It's like
government is force. Cops are force.
Yep, there it is.
And they're going to get them for just barely moving around. They're not even like full on dancing.
What's the dude on the right doing?
Yeah, well, he's an idiot. That guy is definitely an idiot.
What was he doing?
He was just trying to hold on to him.
It was just now he's arrested too.
Yeah.
Stop resisting!
Stop resisting!
This is America. This is America when you dance.
Oh my God!
Yeah, this is crazy, man. And think about what Jeffrey. Oh, watch this real quick. Watch this,
dude. Watch what he does.
Look, he's not even dancing right here. He said, "This is your last warning." As he's holding it. Damn, bro.
Look, and he grabs him by the throat.
How is that fucking police? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they teach that. Lady in the background, why are you doing this? What's going on here? So think of what Thomas Jefferson is thinking about this. Coming from where we came from, the founders, right? With religious oppression, setting up the help setting up the Constitution, and then guys can't even dance somewhere. Like they weren't even dancing. They're just moving. I don't understand why this is such a big deal. Why they need all these cops there to do this.
Yeah, who is
this shit, man?
Yeah, who the fuck? All right, I can't watch this anymore. This is like,
Yeah, they're telling them to shut up. So,
yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, freedom of speech, no. Freedom of expression, no.
Nope. Who was hurt there? Who was
the protesters? Apparently by the police.
Jesus Christ, dude! There was nobody fucking hurt there. It's a victim.
Oh, the good old park police.
Yeah, the park police were offended.
Damn it!
Bunch of fucking statists. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
That's just typical behavior.
Yeah, but we're a free country, right, guys? I mean, come on now.
We are free. This is America.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Now don't dance. That sounded very government-like to me. All right. So, if weed... I have a question. If weed... Wait, hold on.
If weed...
Wait. Jamie, I need to ask you a question.
All right.
Okay.
It's more of a tomahawk, but...
Okay. Well, I don't have an axe on the table.
Yeah, all right.
They get it, the viewers.
Can I tomahawk you a question, Jamie?
You sure?
If weed...
Doesn't roll off the tongue.
If weed was a gateway drug, right? That's what they've always been saying.
Right.
How come the government now wants to be your dealer?
Because of taxes.
Sure.
Womp womp.
Money, money, money.
Yeah. Felt like you wanted to talk about this a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
because they never gave a shit about us in the first place.
Yeah.
Is the fucking short answer.
It's a way to control people, because most people who smoke now are like well-to-do people. You know, and even when you go to the clubs, you see like people probably on a higher tax bracket than other people, because they're paying, dude, seriously paying like $40 for $60 a product. So by the time you walk out, and that's just for like one thing. Say you go in for an eighth or whatever, all you're walking out with is $100 eighth, when you can buy it on the street for like $25 to $45. Why would I go pay fucking $100 for the same thing I can get on the street for cheaper?
Because it's lucrative for them.
I mean, there's quality control and all that stuff, but I mean, shit. Most of the stuff on the street now is just as good as anything you'll find. At the club.
I think the main point was, though, kind of Jamie hit that, is that it's so bad. It's a gateway drug. This is what they're telling you all these years. This is what we grew up with the DARE program. It's a gateway drug. Oh my God, next thing is gonna be cocaine, and then next is gonna be heroin and whatever. Like, how come now all of a sudden it's all good, it's all cool?
Well, they figured out how to regulate and tax it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So now the government's
And
going on.
the last step is to keep the sheep happy.
Right.
So they'll keep producing and doing what they got to do.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
Keep
probably
the
it's the
sheeple
whole
happy.
reason that fucking alcohol is legal.
Oh, yeah.
Really.
They had to let one thing be for the folks.
Well, look at the government agencies they created out of that.
Oh,
Alcohol, tobacco, and firearm.
Yeah.
You know, like
Sounds like a party.
Yeah.
Shit. You know, like, why not create another
DEA.
government institution, the DEA?
Yeah.
And then how about now? Like, we'll have a cannabis regulatory commission making rules for, you know, with zero government oversight. And it'll become a monopoly. Somebody like Monsanto will take over and mass produce
That'd be great.
marijuana and regulate what is it, standardized.
Yeah, and then you can't grow it in their fucking soil and all that shit.
Yeah,
It's just
it'll
gonna be a
become
shit
like the
show.
corn. Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Watch. That's what's going to fucking happen to it.
You watch. We predicted it here.
Yeah.
It's just another way that the government found something that's going to make them billions of dollars because people want it so badly.
Yeah. You have that pic that's up here? That one picture?
Oh, yeah.
Blow that bad boy up.
What's this?
It's a little Mimi.
It's fucking great, dude. Here, check it out. Yeah, check this
Prohibition
out.
flowchart.
Why did it bing? God damn it.
Whatever.
Public think X is scary.
Yeah, so for the users at home that are not watching this, it is a flow chart. It says public thinks X is scary. Then next we got down is authorities ban X, make public feel safe. No legal way to obtain X. Value of X increases. Black market forms. Organized crime gains a new source of income. Organized crime grows. And then we have frequency of violent crime increases. Law enforcement uses harsher tactics. Criminals become more violent. And that goes right back up into frequency of violent crime increases.
Law enforcement increases, and then criminals, and then so forth.
Big circle of fuckery.
Yeah, so once it gets to that point, it just, the criminals and the law enforcement, they both go back and forth, and it never changes.
It's circular.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, at the same time, increasing in volume.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. More and more government.
Yeah. So X could be a weapon. It could be a knife. It could be anything.
Right.
Could be a drug. It could be
right
whatever.
now. It's
straws.
The fucking AR-15.
Straws.
Straws.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, absolutely, good one. Yeah. Yeah, it could be anything.
Yeah,
we don't
good
know.
thing.
Could
Good
be a
thing we got rid
food.
of
It could
those.
be what's that, non-pasteurized milk or whatever the hell.
They could ban
Could be
peanuts
anything.
because too many peanut allergies.
No, they're never gonna ban penis.
I hope not, man.
That's nuts. Poor Jamie dying over here.
Fuck. You're not helping.
Sorry. Not really, but a
was
little
funny.
bit.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Did you try these, Jamie?
Don't even shut the fuck up. Yeah. 1998 called. Want their fucking joke back.
Oh my god.
You guys want to see some cool tactics from a movie?
Sure.
So this is from a movie called Collateral. I'm going to show a little. What's it called? What does that say?
I was gonna say blow it up a little bit.
Oh
more.
yeah,
That
okay.
guy.
Yeah, full screen it.
There you go.
All right.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah. Okay. So,
Technology.
yeah. We'll talk about this afterwards.
Yeah, sure.
Shut up, guy.
Is that my briefcase?
Oh, I love this, dude.
Yeah, it is. Why? You want
Turn it up.
This is as loud as it goes.
What?
Oh.
What else you got for me? Huh?
Legit.
Whoa, operator.
Brutal.
No, it's cool. It's a good scene.
Wow.
So the reason why
That was a scene from Collateral.
Interesting. It was a
What was
pistol,
it?
not an AR or an AK.
What's the name of the movie?
Yeah. Collateral.
Collateral, yeah.
Yeah.
With Jamie Foxx, Tom Cruise.
Yeah. So that
So-
scene was they're in an alleyway. They get robbed. Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise get robbed. The
Yeah,
two
and that
characters.
briefcase had a secret document for Scientology.
Yeah, so he
He had to recover it.
Yeah, so he had to recover it. So he takes out his gun.
Travolta inbound. Pick me
caps
up
two guys.
at the
and
Hella Strip.
Voila.
Yeah.
And
So
scene.
the reason why I like that is because if you watch
The tactics.
if you listen to like or read gun forums and whatnot, like gun tactic forums, shit like that, people have talked about that before and tried to like legitimize whether or not that was a good tactic. You know, barring the fact that Tom Cruise just murdered two men in cold blood, like you know, the fact that
Right.
like if you
It's a
found
movie,
yourself, it's a movie, right?
Property rights.
You found yourself in yeah, Jesus Christ.
No, Scientology. L. Ron Hubbard. Sorry,
Yeah,
you're wrong.
L. Ron
Yeah,
Hubbard.
fuck my non-aggression principle. Just shoot a guy in the head for stealing my briefcase. Yeah, so what he did is he reacted with
He
his
did have a gun, though.
with his reaction hand, right? He fucking knocked the gun out of the guy's hand. Drew fired from the hip 2 shots, a double tap into the torso, and then he fired another double tap into the torso of the second assailant, and then one into the head, killing him. And then he executed the other guy on the ground, which is a little excessive, but whatever. It was a movie. It was cool.
Maybe he was merciful. Put him out of his misery.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty fucking
Yeah, it
badass.
was a
I
good
thought
move.
like it was really fucking cool.
Yeah.
I wonder how many times he had to fucking do that before he got it right.
2 in the chest and 1 in the dome.
Yeah. Dude, it makes me like John Wick, the John Wick movies, so fucking good with all their gunplay.
Yep.
So fucking good.
John Wick is badass.
The third one's coming out.
Yeah.
Next year in May, I think it's.
Hopefully, it'll be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that'll rock.
Oh, I'm fucking ready, dude.
Both movies are good. The first and the second one.
They are.
And it's very rare that you find a sequel that is as good as the first one.
I didn't. Like
Yeah.
it. I don't like the end half.
Of
With all the hobos.
Oh, the second one?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was pretty cool.
That was stupid.
I don't even remember it. I'll have
All
to watch it again.
5,000 hitmen in the park going after him. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But the beginning
Oh
half was
yeah,
cool.
like they put
Yeah.
out like an international hit on him and shit.
Just
Yeah,
goes
that's
to show the power of what he's fighting, what he's dealing with.
Stupid.
It's like the enemy showing their face.
Oh my God.
Right?
No.
Yeah, that's the way I
No,
saw
there was
it.
like
That's the way I read it.
thousands.
I mean, that's the way I interpreted
thought
it.
it was cockapoo.
Yeah, well.
But the first half was cool.
Yeah.
In the catacombs, that was badass.
Hey,
but still a lot better than any sequel to any other movie, I think.
I feel like Terminator
Did
2 was
we
better.
even get into our second freedom topic yet?
I don't think
No.
we did.
We didn't. We kind of
We have
skipped. I
not.
kind of skipped it, didn't I?
Yeah.
Was that my fault?
Yes. You're
I'm gonna blame you guys.
You're
a
the
little
fucking
bit.
little bit
pilot.
your fault.
I'm
You're
gonna
the pilot,
blame you
dude.
guys a little bit because you just watched that shit happen.
You're,
without
you're
saying
the
anything.
pilot, buddy.
Would you guys want to get into it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. So we're going to talk. Our second freedom topic, our second serious topic, is going to be about voluntarism, and I brought it up a little bit earlier about the whole Caravan thing.
Uh-huh.
What do you? What's that?
Phone situation as usual.
Yeah. Yeah. Some.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, I don't know
every
what the
week.
fuck it's doing, dude. It's just doing it by itself. Look,
Okay.
fucking
NSA, bro.
doing some update,
NSA, bro.
whatever. I'm sorry to.
So I brought it up a little earlier with the whole Caravan thing.
Right.
I would have less of a problem with a giant mass of people entering our country illegally if I wasn't being stolen from to pay for them.
Right.
If I could check a box that let me voluntarily decide
Donate or whatever.
to
Right.
donate or not to donate, then I wouldn't be able to say anything, right?
Right.
Then I wouldn't have a stance.
Charity of some sort.
Right? Yeah.
Or a loan of some sort. To whoever
And so,
wants.
and this is voluntarism is one of those things. This is kind of like when like you hear a statist person talk about, well, how do we have roads then if we don't have taxes?
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of those things where it's like if it's a necessity, people will pay for it, and everyone's like, oh, well, if you give them the option to pay for it, nobody's going to pay for anything. Well,
Not true. I use
don't
the roads.
I don't
I would
fucking
pay
believe
for
that.
roads.
I don't fucking believe that at all. If it is a necessity, and you can opt to pay for it, why wouldn't you?
Right.
Right. Well, and then the other thing is because everything is so forced upon you and your tax so high that people are not giving to charity as much as they used to until there's emergencies and whatnot.
Right.
But when you reduce that and people have more money to succeed and make more money for themselves, the wealthy, right?
Yeah.
Become more wealthy, then they're going to be able to do that when they want to
They
do
can
that.
be more charitable.
Well,
they can
and
afford to
It's
be
a
more
lot
charitable.
easier to
Yeah.
give when you have more money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, voluntarism is too. It's basically the right for an individual to do business with another individual or business, right, without any repercussions of government, the threat of force or incarceration against them. To like, if I want to sell him something, I don't have a middleman controlling that and taxing
Right.
it and controlling the parameters of the sale.
Yeah, free and voluntary. Every transaction, there doesn't need to be a middleman between us.
Right.
We can make a contract between us.
Yeah.
And
Most of the times it used to be just a handshake.
yeah, I mean,
An
that's-
exchange of
and
goods.
That's a verbal contract. You know,
Yeah.
to me,
he
that's,
wants this pen and I want his paper pad or whatever the
Right,
fuck,
right.
right?
So-
and we would trade, and that was a voluntary transaction.
and we
Yeah.
both make sure we got our property back.
Yeah.
That was just the way it is, and that's how easy it needs to be. But it's gotten so complicated because we have so much government involvement in our transactions.
Do you guys know that there's a California recycling fee for any electronic device you buy that has a screen?
Oh God!
Yeah.
So on top of you having to pay sales tax, you have
That's
to
called
then
an
pay
Indian giver, a
a
little tomahawk
recycling fee.
humor. Sorry,
Dude, how ridiculous is that?
Well, the electronics too, right? Just like any, I thought now, right? Isn't there?
It should just be anything with a screen.
Okay.
Okay, so there's that, right? There's the
I think.
There's a tax on marijuana. Well, anyway, there's tax on everything. There's sales tax. There's property tax. There's the 10-cent fee for
A fucking bag?
For a bag. What is that? I feel like my phone
Nice.
is fucking haunting me
NSA,
right
bro.
now, dude.
Continue.
Seriously, like, where does that money go? Does anybody know where that money goes?
To fuel bullshit like overseas
Yeah,
aggressions.
like Like who's the victim of
building like a new Capitol building? That
it doesn't go to fucking repaving 101. That's for fucking sure.
Right. Like where is that money going? Like why aren't we getting receipts? Why isn't the government?
Like all the money isn't going
the government telling us what they're doing with our money?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
we need receipts,
dude, and that's the biggest like statist argument. It was, well, we need it for roads, and it's like,
but you collected
why
money
are
for
our
roads already.
So shitty if they're like, and that's the whole thing with the whole. They voted in that fucking gas tax.
Well, we decided that roads aren't that important. We need to fund our military.
They voted in.
The next guy says that the roads are more important. Go ahead.
They voted most recently to keep the gas tax and not repeal it. Because of roads. There was fucking propaganda.
Fucking blowing.
There was propaganda. I watched a
How does that happen, Jamie?
Dude, I watched a commercial that was like, if you love your kids and you love your family, you won't repeal this gas tax because if they get hurt on the roads, an ambulance can't get to them in time.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you fucking out of your mind? Then you've had this gas tax for a year already and you've done dick with it.
Right.
And you're trying to tell me that if I fucking vote to repeal it, then it's going to get not going to get any better when it's already not better?
Not to mention all the bonds and measures we've already passed in
there's already gas tax stuff before that.
It's crazy how much money the government is stealing from us. And, you know, it just goes back to everything that we were saying. Like, fucking, dude, my phone is fucking freaking out, dude.
Put it in your pocket because it's fucking loud.
No, dude, that's crazy. It just was on and off and doing all kinds of weird. Anyway.
Interesting.
That fucked me up.
Either way.
That was like a big fucking roadblock there.
Yeah, roadblock. Fuck roads, dude. I can't.
That's what I'm saying. Like they just keep taking our money. Keep taking our money for what? Like it just seems like
that. We watched that one video, right?
They're just creating more government.
Where there was that one guy. We watched a video, and this one gentleman. I forget who it was. Some redneck kind of a dude, and he made the fucking best point. So the statists and the government will tell you to your face that we are not capable by ourselves to create a flat
surface
from fucking point A to point B. Oh, well, who's going to fucking build the roads if we don't pay taxes?
Who built the roads before?
Same fucking people that are building them now. You just pay them directly and voluntarily.
And who built the roads before 1913?
The people.
Yeah.
You know what, dude? But see, here's what happens. Like, yeah, we have people who can make a flat surface, but then somebody's complaining about an endangered fucking flower or some, you know, the environmental impact, and we have to create government to have oversight to make sure that we don't destroy our rivers and creeks because we overfished them. Or it's like, man, stop creating fucking new laws and new organizations to monitor us.
What actually happens is the guy complaining about the fucking flower just gets his ass kicked and shuts the fuck up about it.
Wouldn't that be fucking right, dude?
Transplant the goddamn thing. Get the fuck out of here.
Move it.
Like, mind your fucking business. Like, if it's on your property, like, you deal with it. If it's on my property, leave me alone.
Yep.
Leave me alone. Hippity hoppity.
Get the fuck off my property.
That's right.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Do you have that voluntary video?
The philosopher?
Mm-hmm.
I can bring it up. I didn't have it up. Well, let's see.
We'll just take a second.
Voluntarism. I think people like get scared when you say things like freedom. Like they automatically go to the like worst place in their mind. Like, this guy wants freedom. He wants to walk around jerking off all day long, touching kids or something like that. Like that's their definition of freedom. Not like leave me alone so I can go to work and come home and enjoy my life kind of thing. You know?
I lost a friend over it today.
Yeah, exactly. Because people
Freedom
don't understand fucking freedom of speech. You know? It's not automatically like the worst thing that ever existed. As a matter of fact, it's contrary.
Freedom isn't all sunshine and rainbows, man.
No, it's not, dude. There's some dark places that people go when there's freedom. But, I mean, most of us
it's up to us as a fucking society to ostracize that kind of fucking behavior and keep it governed. It's not... So
or protest.
We're not about like fucking...
protest it.
We're not about like no government at all, right? We're about a specific type of government that doesn't fucking limit the individual's freedom of expression, freedom. basically, right? Just freedom in general.
Well,
Jamie does not speak for me.
Here's kind of like where I stand on that, on the government part. It's like we can't take it away all at one time.
Not
it
right
has
now.
to be. It has to be. A period of time. But I'd like to see no government.
Yeah.
Zero government.
Well, we said it a bunch of times. I've said it on different things. Like
we're self-governing.
Yeah, let's bring it back down to 1776 style, and then go from there. And let's make it more free, and make better people. Right. And I don't mean it by like engineering them. I mean it by like morals and being a good human 101, which we talked about on the show a bunch of times.
Right.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So I like that. So here's the thing. Like I'm about smaller government, and I don't necessarily really think that there needs to be a central government of any kind, because then you have people making decisions for me, which I'm not a huge fan of.
No.
But I am okay with there being like laws like don't kill people.
So like
cool, that can be a law.
So like in the founding, it was more to protect the individual. It was to protect our rights, to have freedom of speech, to defend yourself. Not to have a military or law enforcement agency come into your home to search you, those kind of things. And that's what it was supposed to be about, and then it's turned into this whole control grid where instead of being like protecting the individual's rights, it's now become to protect the collective and keep everyone like little snowflakes and provide everyone with bubble wrap around them to protect them. It's not the government's job to keep me safe. That's not freedom.
No.
That's not what the founding of this country was either. It's turned into this fucking bullshit.
Like I can understand where like the whole preservation of life thing like comes into it becomes a touchy area, right? Because it would be, I'd be kind of an asshole if I were saying like, oh well, like if somebody wants to kill themselves, let them kill themselves. But it's like, well, if somebody's having suicidal tendencies, like maybe we should offer them help if they'd like to take it.
Sure.
Right?
I'm pro suicide, man. Why is that outlawed? How do you someone that kills themselves? How is that? How do you incarcerate them after that?
Well, see, that's why it's kind of touchy. Is because it's not.
I don't think anyone should kill themselves, but I'm pro it if they really want to do it. They're not hurting someone else.
See, and I'm afraid to say shit like that because there would be fucking
freedom, bro.
There would be fucking backlash if I were to say something like that.
Don't say it.
I just mean like, so I'll use you as my scapegoat for that.
Sure. All right, go for
a moment.
You're welcome, Jamie.
Thank you. Thank you for having the courage to say what I will not.
Can I ask you a question?
What's
what
that?
makes that wrong? Like in your mind, what makes it wrong?
For me, it's I have a very strong like moral take on suicide, and to me, it's kind of like it's the coward's way out.
Sure, I agree with that 100%.
And it's like that means that like you couldn't handle.
I would never want anyone I know to commit suicide. I would do anything in my power.
I wouldn't want anyone to commit suicide, right?
Well, yeah, for sure. But I mean, I make it more personalized just for sake of conversation. But I would not want anyone to do that.
What makes it wrong is that, in my opinion, my humble opinion, mind you, that it's kind of a selfish act. It's only taking you into consideration.
But that's kind of what freedom is about, right?
Exactly. And this is why this is a touchy subject for me, is because I feel one way about it, but I know that my principles say I should feel another way. You're not taking into consideration how many people you're hurting by taking your own life, by not being part of their life anymore. You don't know the impact that you are making on that other person's life by not being there. And you never will, because you're gone. Your consciousness ceases to exist. So you've taken the easy way out because you couldn't deal with whatever it was, and I know that unfortunately certain circumstances have driven people to suicide because their life was simply unbearable,
right?
And there was nothing they could do to change it, and so that seemed like their only option.
Well,
so they took it.
yeah. So let's. We're also looking at it just from a mental health aspect. I'm not even looking at it from that. I'm looking at it also from someone that has their last stage in cancer. Somebody on their deathbed of some sort, and they want to pull the trigger. They not really, but you know what I mean,
right? Yeah,
and
right.
You know what I mean. Like, why
style.
can't they? Yeah, right. Why can't they just I'm calling it instead of just doping them up and then letting them die on? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why prolong it?
There was a lady who did that this year, wasn't it? Where she went to, I forget, it was a different country, and she brought a bunch of her friends there. And they were gonna have like a party, and they were all gonna just have a great time and and reflect and everything. And at the end of the evening, she was gonna give herself a lethal injection because she had some terminal illness. And she just wanted to spend her last day partying up with her friends.
So what's wrong with that?
Having a
You know
great
what I
time.
mean?
See, and
that's why, like, you took it, and I understand what you're saying because that's what most of us think, right? But I'm just saying, like, there's other angles of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you're doing it on your terms,
right? So it doesn't mean they have to be
who is
depressed
it?
or something.
Fucking old Freckles had a bit about that. Billy Boy.
Bill Burr?
Yeah, Bill Burr. He had a bit about that dude who fucking took a fucking tour, the helicopter tour over the fucking mountains or whatever, and the guy jumped the fuck out of the plane.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, that guy was my fucking hero. I probably fucking he fucking went out and had a big old juicy burger,
Right.
shotgunned a beer, got on the fucking thing. He's like, fuck this illness, I'm out of here. And
Dude, it's like
jumped.
the state is going to give you lethal. They treat you really good, like right before, like take you out to dinner, like wine and dine you, and then lethal inject you.
You're talking death row now.
Yeah, it's a whole
Change the subject.
That's a whole other thing.
That's a whole fucking fucked up.
Yeah. What's his name?
conversation.
Doug Stanhope. He was a party to suicide of his mom. So there's like a whole skit. You can type in Doug Stanhope kills his mom or something like that.
Like
he did a bit?
There's
or?
a whole bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know a guy. I know of a story. Well, let me say this. I know of a story of a man who was taking care of his brother. His brother had terminal cancer, and brain cancer, and he was in excruciating pain. And he lived that way for like 2 years before he even had the idea to take his own life. And at the end of that 2 years, the guy was so weak that he could not give himself that lethal injection.
So that's pretty fucking heavy.
Yeah, it is, and I hate to bring it down to that level, but I mean, we should be able to make that decision. You know, whether or not we want to continue to fight something like that, or if we're tired enough to let it go. For me, as a Christian, as somebody who's religious, I think it's always a bad thing. Not for me personally. What you do in your life and whatever principles you choose to live your life by, that's for you to decide. For me personally, I could never do it.
Yeah. People with mental illness and things like that. Yeah, man, you should help them out as much as you can.
Man. And if you're thinking about it and you're young and you're in a dark place, call somebody.
Yeah, there's help.
Reach out to somebody.
Reach out to friends. Reach out to anybody.
Because just because you feel like it doesn't mean that it's absolutely necessary to follow through with something like that. We want everybody to be their best self, always. So reach out to your friends. Tell people, hey man, I don't feel good. I want to harm myself, or reach out so you can get the help that you do need, and people are aware of that. But to bring it back to voluntarism, we still should be able to make that decision for ourselves.
Yeah.
For whatever circumstance it is.
We turned a little dark corner there.
Well,
Yeah, I'm trying to do a 180.
Something we'll talk about.
Throw it in reverse.
Yeah.
Let's throw it in reverse.
Try to bring it back.
Yeah.
All right.
So this video.
Yes, we have a video. We have a video of voluntarism
From the philosopher.
From the philosopher.
Great YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys are not
not dark at all
subscribing, definitely do so. So
check her out.
Here she is. She's something
The
else.
4 foundational principles of voluntarism.
Yes, please.
Number 1, self-ownership. Self-ownership is the cornerstone to voluntarist values. It is the axiom that states that each person is the highest authority over their own body and that each person has the greatest claim over what happens with it. While there are many thought processes by which this concept could be derived, a simple observation on the nature of human action makes it clear. The brain's exertion of impulses on the body demonstrates that individuals control their bodies and direct its course by a biological default. People act accordingly from the sensations of this exertion, both in inclusion and exclusion. If this axiom is accepted as to humans, it develops a solid and logical basis from which to describe the other properties of voluntarist thought. Number 2, the non-aggression principle. The non-aggression principle is the idea that...
Take your time. All right. So self-ownership just went into saying that you are your own owner of your own property, which is yourself.
Right.
And your body. And what you put into it. And what you do with it. which is interesting.
How you exert your energy.
The first thing
right?
was that, after just talking about what we talked about.
Right.
So it's just something to think about.
Almost like one person shouldn't be held accountable for the actions of other people, right?
Right.
Motherfucker.
Right.
Interesting.
All right.
Non-aggression principle number 2.
Here we go.
Stemming from self-ownership, individuals should not initiate physical harms against others and should only use force if necessary in self-defense. As individuals have the highest claim to their body, no one has a right to use force to tell others what they can do or say with their body with self-ownership in mind. If individuals respect the bodies of others, fewer conflicts will emerge. Number 3. Maximizing individual consent. The concept of maximizing individual consent is the notion that permission to the body or property of another is predicated on attaining consent of the individual. For example, this is the difference between an act of intercourse being categorized as sex or being categorized as rape. With the norm of maximizing consent, principled voluntarists seek to enhance the accuracy of consent through specific observation, action, and words to further understanding. Looking to ensure that individuals are respected in their decisions to either join or to abstain from the activities of others is an encouraged social norm. Generalized collective consent is rejected as lacking individual conscious decision. For example, government, which is the claim to the bodies and properties of others through a single or small group of mandatory automatic rulers, is viewed as violative of consent to the extent that rule and control does not require individual assent. The accuracy of consent's manifestation is increased with proactive communication, market technology, and scientific discovery. Number 4. Minimizing the initiation of violence. Minimizing the initiation of violence against others is the idea that conflicts should be resolved as best as possible without increasing the damage and harm originally caused. For example, if a child tripped and stepped on your toe, it would be escalating violence to shoot the child in the head for this accident because it causes more damage with intent than the original action. Minimizing the initiation of violence is a conscious effort. To avoid initiating violence against others and to look for opportunities to de-escalate furthering physical harms where possible, voluntarists consider how they can ask permission and communicate their wants and needs and seek to better resolve disputes through reason rather than through physical force. As you have heard now, the core principles of voluntarism revolve around the idea of consent, its manifestation and acceptance. Antithetical to individual consent is the nature of government. Government does not seek out individual consent. They claim to own the bodies and property of others by default, with automatic mandatory rulers. Government seeks to minimize individual consent in favor of collectivism and maximize the initiations of violence by justifying theft by unilateral decree. If you want to instill a sense of voluntarist values in your life, you must start with love and empathy, as that is where voluntarism springs from. If you love yourself and you can empathize with others and how they would want to be treated as you do yourself, you can see how to start reciprocating voluntarist ethics. Thank you for watching.
Check out her channel when you guys get a chance.
Capitalists.
Yeah, she's fucking...
Her shirt was pretty badass.
Yeah. I love that chick, dude. She's fucking awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She was on point.
Check out her channel.
Yeah, give it a look-see. Definitely a lot of. She's a little long-winded. But so am I.
Most of her videos are like around 5 minutes.
I'm fine with that.
They're not that bad.
Yeah, I don't really care. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
The key to the whole thing was with voluntarism is that it's consent. It's consent. Sorry, consent. Yeah, that's what it is, right? I mean, that's consent, like the old. Yeah, you do not want to be forced into something,
right?
And so, that's where that whole non-aggression principle, which we always talk about, goes hand in hand with that.
Right.
Don't force anyone. Don't boss me, bro.
Don't.
No.
Just don't.
Don't.
Do you consent to me touching you? Because I consent to you touching me.
Yes.
All right. Johnny.
Sweet.
My sweet Johnny. Yeah. That's consent, folks.
Shout out to Ian.
Hey, Ian.
Yeah,
what's up? Dude, the dude's
He's chilling in the command bunker right now.
I swear to God, the dude's getting bigger every time I see him. Yeah. He's a fucking house, dude.
Yeah.
Thank God we have this fucking command bunker.
He wouldn't fit through the doorway, so we had to have this special tank port open up.
Roll-up door, yeah.
Ian is in banner mode right now.
So,
Took me a second.
Yeah.
Wait,
Did it really? I was like,
literally 1 second.
Yeah, honestly, me too. Like, I'm just gonna walk you through my
wait, what?
process
Oh.
here. I was like, like he's really wide, like a banner,
or
like,
bantering, and then I was like, get it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
Got
Smash.
Got it.
Yeah.
Ian Smash.
Yeah.
So I got one other. Like,
Smash you later.
Not in the. Not in the
now that
bunker.
we've kind of like gotten on with the with our free talk here. I have like a sort of humorous.
There you go.
Thing to kind of bring us
Okay.
down here. You guys want to check this out? So, Chris, like Johnny, sorry, it's a video game segment.
You do not have to apologize for your nerdiness. So your nerdiness is all right.
It's Chris, you know that Red Dead Redemption 2
Yes.
just came out recently?
Yeah.
Did you get it?
No, I have not, but my son did, and he's been kind of giving me the play-by-play as he plays.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. So get this. So the gist is Red Dead Redemption 2 is Grand Theft Auto. Wild Wild West. It's made by Rockstar.
Right.
It's the same people. It's a sequel.
Is it different because it's Wild Wild West, or is it the Wild West?
It's just the Wild West.
Okay, I was just curious.
Did I say it twice?
Yeah, I thought that was.
Sure.
I thought that was like a Will Smith movie or something.
Close.
Was it?
Yeah.
With two wilds, it was.
Wow. Our audience here agrees
Also
with
a
me.
song.
That was like
also a song.
That was
by the
a
way.
good movie. I'm just throwing that out there. I like that movie.
It's debatable.
Okay, so it's.
That
I
rap
used to
song
go
was crazy.
downtown.
Yeah, that big
West
robot.
20.
thing.
It's made by Rockstar.
Yeah.
So it literally plays out just like Grand Theft Auto.
Oh wow!
All right.
Same drink that.
No.
Oh.
God
No?
damn it.
I thought it was Chris's drink made this.
We have what happened here with this particular story is there is a clothing shop in town, in one of the towns you can explore. And if you walk up to this clothing shop with your player character, there is an NPC, which is a non-player character, an AI character that is outside of the shop, and she's shouting. She's shouting, like, let me vote or something like that. And she has a couple of other lines, and she shouts them over and over. And when you go inside, she's programmed to be a very annoying NPC, so she keeps shouting it over and over.
Right.
And if you have the, what's it called, subtitles turned on,
Right.
they overlap each other. So the character that's inside the shop trying to talk to you, it gets overlapped with the character outside that's shouting. So she's very annoying. So this guy that was live streaming it, went outside and fucking like punched her,
Right.
and she died. And everyone just thought it was hilarious because he was like, "Okay, this fucking bitch,
Like,
is
shut her
yelling.
up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up. I'm trying to shop in peace here." And then his fan base loved it so much that what happened was he made a video of him killing that particular NPC in various other ways. one of which
Oh my god.
That's pretty awesome.
He kidnapped her and put her in a buggy and then took her to a swamp and fed her to an alligator.
Yeah.
Like all
Holy
this shit.
crap, dude.
This kid got fucking banned
from YouTube.
temporarily from YouTube for showing that.
Wow.
It's a game where
It's
you
a
play a
fake
murderous
world.
outlaw,
Yeah.
and the objective is to kill people, and he got banned for killing somebody.
Basically, somebody's idea played out on a video game got him banned from YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a temporary one, not Alex Jones.
Yeah, temporary.
Yeah.
Still though,
Yeah.
that they're banning your pretty much your thoughts from YouTube because they don't want people seeing what your creation. How fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
A game about killing, you
Right.
kill someone,
That's the whole
and you
plot
get
of it.
banned.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a crazy game. I mean, my son was like going through different scenarios, and like you can loot, you can be a good guy, you can be a bad guy. I guess there's some kind of moral system inside of it too. Where,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's some kind of moral system where like every decision that you make affects you later on down the road. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird.
Little built-in karma.
Yeah, exactly.
that's cool.
Yeah.
It's different. All right.
Yeah, I've never.
Yeah, I think that's what the
Sounds
what
pretty
the
cool.
draw is. Part of the.
I think this is a
too.
cool game story.
I
Just so
haven't
you know.
played
Right.
it.
Yeah.
It's
hilarious.
will play it if it comes out for PC. But the thing is, just like Grand Theft Auto took like I think 2 years to come
You
out.
know,
for
what?
PC.
I have another
Or a PlayStation?
I have another PlayStation.
Yeah.
Not PlayStation. I have a Xbox sitting around. Maybe I'll bring it over while I'll take a turn on it or something.
Quite possibly. I don't.
I know
like to
you're
play
not a
shooters on the
console
sticks.
gamer.
Yeah, I can't. It's like playing with a hand tied behind my back, dude.
Yeah.
It's rough. I can't shoot on the sticks anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, check it out.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a
I'll check
real
you
game
out.
review.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. I'll watch you guys play.
I
Fuck
consent.
yeah. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I consent.
I consent to that.
Sweet.
Too.
It's totally voluntary.
Woohoo.
Anybody got anything else, or you guys?
No, I
ready
think
to
we got most of it, right?
Holy shit! I think we did a whole show, right?
Yeah, ready to just go ahead and wrap it up real quick?
Damn. So where can people see us?
Oh, the YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, definitely the YouTube.
The SoundCloud, you can listen to us.
Yeah, Patreon.
Yeah.
Twitter.
You can go check out the Facebook.
Pornhub.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is that all of them?
That doesn't get updated, but whatever.
We're working
I'm
on it.
fucking working on it.
Shit, we're a work in progress, man. What the hell? Leave us alone.
No.
We're on
Hey,
episode
Johnny,
20, 10,
you got a phone,
or
don't
whatever.
you?
Nope.
Jesus
Nope.
Christ.
Fuck no. Fuck phones. I hate him. Never have a phone.
Chris definitely doesn't have a phone. Oh my god, that's his pager.
All
That's
right.
always
Dude,
buzzing.
my phone. Wait, hold on. Let me tell you a story. My phone is so
Go.
shitty, dude. It won't even charge anymore. Like I have to have a special fucking charger to charge my phone. Like I literally have to wait all fucking day long to
Tin
get
foil,
home.
some chewing gum.
Yeah, like I
little
had to turn
MacGyver.
off my phone. It's time for a new phone. Apparently.
I'm in the same park.
Dude, that's an S9 Plus. It's like a brand new fucking phone.
Exactly, dude. I got it
He's
like
a little
less
rough
than
on
6
his-
months
he's
ago.
a little rough on his phones.
It's crazy, man. I took it to AT&T, and the lady was all like, "Get the fuck out of here. Go through insurance. We don't want to hear your shit."
I know someone that works there. So
we saw it. We sold it to you. That's all we do. We just sell phones. We don't fix them. And they're like, it's like, what?
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, we got your money.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we'll fuck you monthly.
Sure.
And go fuck yourself.
Yeah. And you consented to that.
I did.
There. Yeah.
You did.
Capitalism.
and you consent to it every month.
I do.
Yeah, sure. A lot of sense.
I like it rough. What can I say?
All right.
That's just how it's going to go.
Is that, you got the wrap up,
We
Jamie?
got this
I
wrap
do.
up.
Okay, so the wrap up this week, we got keep your drones recreational, asshole.
Yeah, no killer drones.
Yeah, let's not make them fucking killer
Fuck
drones.
that.
Death rays exist, asshole.
Ooh, those were cool.
Fucking forget about that. Tanks are cool, asshole.
Yeah.
Tanks are
Come on,
always
tanks are fucking cool.
Yeah, sure.
Those fucking paladins.
Yeah, 155.
Hypersonic weapons are real, asshole.
Yeah.
Watch your
Make you
fucking
shit your
back,
pants.
dude.
Watch
Straight
your
up.
dick.
You watch your dick. Don't
Shrink your balls.
Yeah.
don't dance.
He's got. Wait. Take a second. Take your second.
Yeah.
Made him laugh.
Choke, baby. Choke.
Yeah.
Don't
on
dance at the Jefferson Memorial.
Do not dance
asshole.
there. Yeah, or you're gonna get slammed and arrested because you can't.
Goddamn.
You can't freedom there.
There will be no
Cannot
freedom
freedom
at the
there
Jefferson
at all.
Memorial.
No freedom there.
Zero.
Let me choose to pay for roads, asshole.
Yeah.
Like, how fucking hard is that, really?
Make it a ballot choice.
A little voluntary there.
I will not vote.
Yeah, and don't kill women in video games, asshole. Fucking
Or do it.
real dick move.
Or do it.
Or do
It's
it.
kinda
and
fun.
Make a.
Or get banned from YouTube.
Yeah. Well, don't film it. Now you can't even do anything on video games and film it because you're gonna get banned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real life consequences for your virtual actions.
Yeah. And we hope.
Congratulations, folks. That's the fucking universe we live in.
Yeah. And we hope Kenny feels better. He was sick. He couldn't join us today.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was on his Black Ops mission.
Yeah.
And
Shout
He's
out to
still
Kenny.
working on it.
Shout out to Kenny.
he'll be back.
Oh, yeah, that's it for us, everybody. We are out of here. Thank you once again for joining us on Grim 86 Freedom First podcast. Remember, don't trust your leaders. We're out. This is consensual.
Consent.